Hello everyone and welcome to our guide for Hodir in Ulduar 25-man. We actually didn't get the hard mode for this guy. His hard mode is to defeat him in 3 minutes or less, which requires a fair amount of DPS, and also we were trying to keep all of the little NPC ads out of the ice, which will lower your DPS on Hodir himself. So it's probably doable if you just stay strictly on Hodir and don't even worry about the extra guys, but we didn't. So main things you need to watch out for here, of course, the giant icicles flying from the sky trying to crush your skull. Along with that, he does an ability called Flash Freeze, which freezes every unit inside the entire room unless you are standing on the snow, which drops from the sky as large icicles and creates snow mounds on the ground. Just get onto those and you won't be frozen. Any NPCs also get frozen by the flash freeze, and anybody who gets flash frozen and doesn't get broken out by the next flash freeze is instantly killed. So if your partner happens to not make it onto the snow while you're fighting, you need to run over and just kill the flash freeze. It only has, I think, around 100,000 health, so it should only take you a few hits to knock him out and get back into business. Other than that, he also does a few abilities that don't really hurt too much at level 90. They're not much to worry about. He does have a stacking debuff that is removed just by moving, so you want to be moving throughout the whole fight to keep that from stacking up on you. Other than that, he doesn't really do too much worth noting. He's one of the simpler fights to do in here on 25-man. And the NPCs actually give you some buffs if you keep them out of the flash freeze, which will help you get through the encounter just a little bit quicker. That's the majority of the fight. I know a lot of people probably wonder why we do duo videos, being that most of the people who do videos on YouTube are solo videos when they do old content. Obviously the main reason why we do the duo videos instead of solo videos is just because it's myself and my wife and we enjoy doing all the old content together. It's something that can be fun and challenging and that we can just do ourselves. And also, there are some mechanics with fights that you don't have to deal with while you're soloing that you do have to deal with when you're duoing or playing in a small party. Off the top of my head, there's just things like mind control effects or just abilities that bosses won't do to their main target. So if you're soloing, you never see those mechanics at all. But when you're doing things in a duo, there are things that you have to deal with. So there are a little bit different, a little bit of differences between these videos and solo videos just in that regard. But of course the main reason is just that we enjoy doing the stuff together. And I would recommend it for anybody who just enjoys something that can be challenging. Obviously level 80 stuff isn't as challenging, but we also do level 85 stuff, and we'll move on to level 90 stuff eventually in the next expansion that was just announced. And of course a lot of people do it for transmog gear, especially Ulduar, because the Ulduar sets are very cool in my opinion. I think all of them really have something that I like as far as the priest set, the warrior set, the rogue set. Well, the rogue set's a little weird, I'll be honest, but most of the sets all look really cool and are arguably some of the best looking sets in the game, so that is one of the biggest reasons to do it. But that's pretty much the entirety of the fight, guys. If you have more DPS, you can get them down in the 3 minutes and get the achievement for hard mode and a little bit of extra loot. I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do it. I'm going to be getting even more duo videos up in the future. And we will see you on the next video.